Hey Pisces, welcome to your September 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading. We're going to be asking what's coming towards you this month. And if you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Pisces and cross watchers to pray for you as well, simply say hi in the comments section, leave an emoji. You're welcome to share what you're going through. Whatever is comfortable, it just gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. I believe that we're all connected, no matter how near or far. And we might as well lift each other up, right? Rebel with kindness. I like to say it. I'll say it over and over and over again. Nobody's doing it, right? Do what the cool kids are doing. How edgy. The power to heal the earth is within you. You can expand this out to the power to heal your environment is within you. Some of you guys are going to be changing your environment. Some of you are in the middle of moves. Some of you guys are taking on new creative endeavors. There's been kind of this theme in your readings. We have this mudra, freedom, take your wings. And this comes with a hand gesture like this. Behind the clouds, freedom knows no bounds. This is the Garuda mudra. Helps to treat chest complaints if you have them. It's good for the lungs. Place your hands on either side of the breastbone, if that's the case. But this represents a mystical bird, master of the skies, an enemy of snakes who personifies freedom, strength, and power. Very often we cannot change our circumstances, Pisces, but we do have the choice between letting them get on top of us or taking off and rising above them. In other words, we can change our attitude whenever we want to. Isn't that wonderful? And I think this has to do with environments. I'm a Pisces too, and wouldn't you know it, I've changed my environment. So if I have not mentioned it yet, please be patient with me on the lighting. I've moved to the beach, and there's a lot of light out here, it turns out. So I'm very backlit right now, but over the next few readings, I'll be changing environments to different spots. I just took you to the beach the other day. I'll probably take you to the forest. It's nearby. And but please be patient as I kind of figure all this stuff out. Let's get into your reading. So what's coming towards my Pisces? September 2025. Let's do that again. September 2025 for my Pisces. Funky. This one wants to come out. 9 of Cups. I like it. All right. So we have, wow, Empress, the Page of Swords, 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords. We're going to unpack these in a moment. You might be experiencing some setbacks. And these setbacks are very temporary, but in the meantime, they might be giving you a little bit of anxiety. Maybe there's some ruminating, you know, when you're trying to go to sleep, or even if you're driving to work and you find yourself out loud having a conversation while nobody's there. I did that once. I was in Nashville. In traffic, but you know what's kind of cool about Nashville is if you look around, everybody's singing in their cars. So I just pretended I was singing. Not yelling at my steering wheel at a former employer. Judge away, I don't care. Pisces, judge me. 3 of Wands. So you've left something behind that at one point you really cared about. You kind of, I think that this setback is actually while you're headed towards something new. And when we have setbacks while we're on the journey, especially one that's taken on faith that it's all going to work out, we can kind of hit this place of overthinking and anxiety. And I'm here to tell you, Pisces, it's going to be fine. It's just kind of working out the kinks. We do have the Queen of Swords out here in reverse. And, you know, I saw her come up in reverse in your pre-shuffle too. Queen of Swords, she's kind of a biatch, but she's like that for a reason. It's usually when her back is up against a wall. Now, this doesn't have to be gender related. So this could be either you occupying this energy or it could be somebody else. But Queen of Swords can sometimes say some real raw truth. And it's usually to draw a boundary and express what one needs. But this is when they've been kind of pushed into a place where they are already here in that anxious place. So we also have King of Wands. King of Wands, clarity on both of these two individuals. Queen of Swords, King of Wands. for Pisces. Flipping the outline, the strength. So, bear with me. I need a little bit more than that. It seems the Queen of Swords, and I'm going in on the Queen of Swords on purpose in detail because I think a lot of you guys are experiencing the Queen of Swords, right? You're wanting to, you might be tempted to even be uncharacteristically harsh about something. And I think things are going to balance for you. Whoever this Queen of Swords is, this is going to balance out with the Justice card. It's around an opportunity. It's around something that is very excitable. And Queen of Swords wants this opportunity really badly. And there's fear that maybe it's not going to work out. And so that's why there's the Queen of Swords energy. It's not fluffy. It's not nice. It's not patient. It's like, I wanted this yesterday. You said, or, hey, this is what's written in the contract. Am I going to have to break the contract because this seems to not be, you know what I mean? And so I'm just here to tell you, it does look good. I think that the King of Wands might represent another energy here. And it's about, the King of Wands is trying to delegate, trying to move parts and pieces, looking at the big picture. This is another energy that Queen of Swords has got to work with. And they're trying for their reasons to be strong in the situation. It seems that like there might be a domino effect that we're looking at. There might be other energies that you have to collaborate with for this to be a success. So there, I will say King of Wands energy, if this sounds like somebody you're working with, they do seem to be coming through sincere. They're trying to work something out. They're trying with their vision, their plans. They're trying to make their plans work. And there's some need for that strength. There's some need for like them to persevere despite having some challenges. So they're trying to, I feel like they're trying to pull something, they're trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. With the Magician card, I feel like they're waiting for certain things to manifest. So it's that like, it's a bit of a dance here. And Pisces, you probably don't want to hear that if you're Queen of Swords, and I don't blame you. So there's some setbacks, but it's all going to work out. With the Justice card, this is talking about a fair outcome. It looks like this opportunity is going to come through. And not only that, but Pisces, I'm getting this really strong feeling that if you have faith, this is working out with its own strange timing. It's going to sweeten the pot somehow, because the way and the timing in which it's all unfolding, it turns out to be even better for you. What's this? Nine of Swords. Do I need to know anything about this for my Pisces in September? Yeah. You're starting something brand new, the Fool card. And if some things seem like a little foreign, a little unfamiliar, that's part of it. That's normal. And just take care of yourself if you're feeling a little more anxious than usual. Know that that's kind of part of the process. And it's just the newness. It's taking it on faith that you're aimed in the right direction. There might be a tough decision that you feel you have to make. And regarding that tough decision, there is collaboration. You're not alone. I'm saying that because with this new journey, this new chapter that you might be overthinking about, or that you might have some anxiety around, there seems to be a decision here, and you're not alone, collaborating. So there's other energies around you that want this for you. I like that feeling. That's really cool. So we have our happy Nine of Cups. And this is a sense of like a little bit of pride. It suggests that maybe you don't act on impulse if you are the Queen of Swords in reverse. Maybe you don't lash out. I think you're going to be happy with how you've dealt with things in hindsight. And here our world is. Our world came out upright, which means it's expansive. I think you're going to have a big growth spurt after this because we've got the Empress, but we're going to get to her in a second because it's very exciting. Tell me more about the world. I think you're dialing it in, Pisces. I think you're in a place of expansion, and also hand in hand is this beautiful Devil in reverse. The reason I'm saying that's beautiful is because you're breaking the chains, some kind of pattern, some kind of repression that you were in, you are no longer going to be in. In fact, it's going from being repressed, stuck in a pattern. Maybe it was a codependency. Some of you guys might have even had some experiences with addiction, but this is a pattern of behavior that that seemingly has control over you and represses you, and it's not to your benefit. So you're breaking free of that, and you're experiencing an expansion, a growth spurt in your life. You're going to be very happy with the Nine of Cups. That is just a happy card. I encourage you to look it up. It'll make you happy to read. So we have strong commitments. So your next spurt, growth spurt, energy, your next glow up is what I'm trying to say, is going to be all about a strong dedication to growth, abundance, Empress and the Hierophant. Some of you guys might be growing your families. Some of you guys might decide to get married and have children. I mean, that is that combination. But it doesn't have to be getting married and having children. This is about marrying yourself to your commitments, like working hard, deep focus on that. And this is building. That's the combination of cards you get when you start building an empire of sorts. Whether it's a business, you could be focusing on your abundance, building your business. You're going to be open to new ideas. In this place, you're going to feel safe in order to be open to new ideas, new concept, making new plans. Some of you guys are going to feel like you can finally sit down and really plan a fun vacation. You're going to be leaving in the dust any of this disappointment. Somehow there's some disappointment that you've experienced in your past. The Five of Cups is another card, just like the Devil, that we love to get upside down. So basically, if I'm going to stand back, and we've got reciprocity, happiness, gratitude underneath the deck. If I stand back from your reading, this is all very positive, Pisces. There's going to be a moment, a time of frustration, like, come on, move it on, because you've already taken a leap of sorts, leaving something that maybe you were familiar with, and taking a leap of faith to either move or change professions or start working in a new manner. And there's a setback. So there's been a setback here, and you might get frustrated, or you might have to collaborate with another energy that you're like, oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. But that doesn't last too long before you kind of have this beautiful glow up. It's all about expansiveness. It's all about growth, abundance, dedication to your commitments. The Hierophant, I cannot stress that enough. This can be spiritual commitment. This can be even like, I've told myself every morning I'm going to meditate for 15 minutes and then I'm going to journal. It can be something like that. Or it could be a new church, getting to know the community, volunteering in your church, but this is a card that has other people in it for a reason. So this is oftentimes you can be empowered by other people who share that same commitment or value system. So this is growth in that area, dedication and hard work and deep focus. And then at that point, like I said, you're going to feel really empowered to think more broadly, consider new ideas, communications, making new plans. You're fully leaving a place that represented disappointment and repression for you at one point. So you're on your way. I'm hoping that is helpful for you. I love the reading for September for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please show the algorithm, show myself as well, and or show me as well, and simply hit the like button or consider subscribing, or both. Talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.